Hello world. Recently there's a deluge of news stories regarding the claims of a biased pro-circumcision researcher named Brian Morris. Unfortunately, Mr. Morris has been able to convince the Mayo Clinic to publish his work. I'm here to confront the lies of Mr. Morris by spreading facts instead of misinformation. In this video, I will focus specifically on the potential complications of forced infant circumcision. Mr. Morris claims that the risks of neonatal circumcision are, quote, uncommon and mostly minor. Quote, this is a lie. Mr. Morris is peddling false information. First, there is an obvious inherent danger of doing surgery on an infant's penis when you don't know how it will develop at puberty. And why is it that those performing surgical procedures on minors' penises take no interest in following up on the outcome after the organ has developed? Now, I'm going to take Mr. Morris's claimed complication rates and multiply them by 2 million, the number of boys born per year in the United States. If, as Mr. Morris advocates, all U.S. boys are forcefully circumcised, there would be, each year, according to Mr. Morris, at least 4,000 local infections, at least 400 systemic infections, at least 2,000 cases of excessive bleeding, at least 2,000 boys needing repeat surgery to correct mistakes, and about 2 boys who would lose their entire penis. Now, please keep in mind that all these problems would be iatrogenic or caused by medicine itself. These children would not have these problems if they were left intact and unharmed. Now, upon further investigation, it turns out that Mr. Morris's numbers are extremely conservative estimates that are blatantly contradicted by actual research results. Few studies of circumcision complications have been performed. But let's take an honest look at the results of the ones who have. First, Williams and Capilla, in 1993, estimated the rate of complications to be between 2 and 10%. One complication, meatal stenosis, was estimated to be between 8 and 20%. The paper also describes many grotesque circumcision mishaps. Meatal stenosis is when ammonia from stale urine attacks the meatus, or pee hole, creating an ulcer on it. This can lead to a narrowing of the meatus, which may have to be corrected by surgery. If untreated, kidney failure can result. Meatal stenosis does not occur in attacked babies because their foreskin protects their meatus. In England, in 1999, Delahunt found complications requiring surgical attention from the general practitioner in 22% of all forced circumcisions. Patel, in 1996, found that among 100 babies circumcised at a hospital in Kingston, Ontario, 35% experienced hemorrhage, 31 developed meatal ulcers, and 8 developed meatal stenosis. 8%. Extrapolating the results of this research, one finds that if Morris's pro-circumcision beliefs were implemented, 750,000 American boys per year could suffer from completely unnecessary medical problems as the result of their forced circumcisions. Let's take a look at one more study. Peretti et al. Found in 2010 that at the Massachusetts General Hospital for Children, 42 out of 8,967 total operations between 2003 and 2007 were for complications resulting from neonatal circumcision. This means that 4.7% of all operations performed in the entire hospital were caused by a completely unnecessary, non-medically indicated amputation of healthy sexually sensitive tissue. And in the pediatric urology outpatient clinic, 7.4% of all medical cases involve circumcision complications. Here's a list of some of the potential complications of forced circumcision in order of approximately increasing severity. Skin bridges, adhesions of the foreskin remnant onto the glands, skin tags, scarring, unevenness, excessive skin removed, cysts, wound dehiscence, in which the wound ruptures, degloving, in which all the shaft skin is removed, hemorrhage, and keep in mind that a baby only needs to lose 1 ounce of blood to hemorrhage and just 2.3 ounces to die as a result of his blood loss, meatal stenosis and meatal ulcers, urethral-cutaneous fistula, in which an additional hole is cut in the urethra, infection, including from MRSA, staphylococcal scaled skin syndrome, hepatitis, tetanus, bladder infections, septic arthritis, amputation neuromas, blockage of the urethra, buried penis, in which the penis gets buried inside the body, penoscrotal webbing, in which the testicular skin gets pulled up the shaft of the penis, gross penile deformities, herpes from mohels sucking babies' penises during the Brit Pariah ritual, galloping gangrene, gastric rupture, loss of glands, ablation or removal of the entire penis, skull fractures from babies falling off of tables, and death. In fact, in a 2010 study by Bollinger, approximately 117 neonatal circumcision-related deaths occur annually in the United States, which amounts to 1.3% of all male neonatal deaths. But let's get more personal here. These boys are not numbers. They were actual human beings with actual human rights, and they have been murdered. Let me mention a few by name. In 2004, Rayleigh McWillis died from blood loss as a result of circumcision. He was 1 month old. In 1993, Demetrius Manker died from blood loss from circumcision. He was 6 months old. In 2010, Joshua Haskins, weakened by a heart condition, died 1 day after being circumcised. In 2013, Braden Tyler Frazier, 11 days, died from blood loss following circumcision. He probably had hemophilia, but he was never tested for it prior to the operation. In 1998, Dustin Evans Jr. died from operation to fix a botched circumcision which left him unable to urinate. And in 2011, Jamal Colson died from a circumcision anesthetic at less than 2 years old. These are just a few babies who have died. There are many more. Parents, please do not allow your sons to become victims of forced circumcision. Doctors, midwives, and mohels, please stop sexually abusing boys, assaulting them, and violating their basic human rights. Mayo Clinic, retract your publication of Brian Morris's article immediately. For more information on this topic, please see the following website, www.circumstitions.com. That's www.circumstitions.com. Thanks for listening, and have a good day.